Welcome, welcome. Welcome one and all to the NFT ART TALK Live. We're here daily, Monday through Friday, to hang out with you guys, talk about NFTs, talk about the art and the artists that inspire us, a little bit about this new NFT art scene. You know, we're really here just to find new ways to experience NFT art together, and music, fashion, culture. What we're here, our community is all about acceptance and celebration. So we're here just to really talk with you guys, share the knowledge we know, learn with you, share some of our music and art, and really be here every single day, Monday through Friday on YouTube to hang with y'all. So make sure to like and subscribe to keep in touch with us. You can do that down below. Just push that like button and that subscribe button. Once you're subscribed, you might as well just go right over and hit that bell so that you get notified every time we go live. So you can come hang out in the chat. We can answer your questions live. Always, you can follow us on Twitter, shoot us a DM, find us in spaces. We are all about sharing the love, so please get in touch, and we're excited to welcome you to our community. Just give us 1 second here. We're gonna go ahead and get this tweeted out to our friends and get some people in here in our fam.
Good to see you, Moshe.
What's up? Yeah, so my name is Moshe, aka DJ Fetus, and this is my homie Karthik NFTs. What's up, Karthik?
I'm just chilling, man. Just chilling in spaces. Was in the Skirpy spaces this morning. I think they've been running like 24 hours.
We should probably get a Skirpy link down in the description below, man.
Yeah, we should.
For artists that don't know, we're both showcasing our stuff there, getting in their spaces. I know they have a big room, but you learn a lot. You meet so many dope artists. I'm all about that. They're building a really dope community.
Yeah, they'll let everybody share from everywhere, so it's pretty cool. You hear cool stories from all over the world. But yeah, these spaces go 24/7 just because you have. I've seen more traffic actually overseas, I guess, at nighttime. Sometimes bigger rooms. I don't know if you've kind of seen that too, Moshe.
The only thing I've seen is Twitter Spaces 24/7.
Right.
No, I'm just joking. I think I was up real late, like we were DJing, and I mean that's what I like about the spaces too. Is it's like, but yeah, 24/7. Some of my favorite spaces are at like I wake up like at 6:45 with my kid. He's like watching like some educational TV. I got Twitter on. It's like a bunch of people in Asia and India talking about their art and what they're doing. And I love meeting and then being in spaces at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon our time, and meeting like man, we'll have to feature his art because he's really tight. He has the Unholy Cow as his collection. I'm trying to remember his full name right now. This fool is hustling, bro. He got in this space at 1 o'clock afternoon our time and was like, yeah, I slept from 1 to 4 in the afternoon. Now I'm awake. I'm going to be shilling all night. And then honestly, I saw him in like every single chill room I went into for the rest of the day, up until like I was saying, like I think I stopped around 1 a.m. I was like, all right, I got to go do this stuff. You know, I got to go finish this NFT project I'm dropping today.
Yeah, you see everybody kind of jump around different rooms. It's kind of like Shark Tank, except with artists. So it's like a little more chill than actually just attacking the project. So
you know, on the real, like I was thinking about that last night because I was in a room with some of the artists that we're actually going to talk about later, and we were talking about like the pitching process and how it can really wear you down, and how people want to hear about utilities, and there's like people who are looking at art as an investment. And I think you and I, especially with our backgrounds, understand, like we see those projects and we kind of understand what's happening. Like people are manipulating the art with ETH. Is kind of, there's a little bit of that happening. The artists are sick on these. I mean, I think it's like they were talking about generative versus one-of-ones. There's a place for all of it. For me, I think it's tight because as I was thinking about this as I was going to sleep last night, the only time as musicians, you and I had the opportunity to do that with our band, right, was when we were at a show, at our studio with other bands, right, at South by Southwest, you know, networking. It's like those environments. But now, and then occasionally, as a musician, you find yourself in a room, in like a boardroom, right, with promoters and labels and agency and stuff like that. And then again, as a musician, you're forced to like learn about the business. You can pitch yourself and this and that, right? Here in this NFT space, this is what I was thinking about. It's like, dude, I can just go do that. Like you said, 24/7. And the people aren't like always that you're pitching to that want to participate in your art. They're not always, they're all over the world. You don't know who they are. You can't put them in this box of like, oh, the white man, or oh, the really powerful, you know, black producer, or like the Indian tech guy. You know, it's like you can't play those stereotypes here anywhere, you know? And I just think that that's really cool because we saw a lot of that in music with a lot of like, and felt it in our band, just like the way people treat you, you know. And I just think it's really cool, and as an artist in the NFT space, I'm really grateful that I can go around doing that. So
yeah, because a lot of the older media is built off stereotypes, how we consumed it, right, on big televisions or big mediums. But now, exactly what you said is happening in these Twitter spaces. The art's kind of explaining the story along with maybe how they auditorily say it. So I think it's just tight because it comes back to this, like, if your art is real badass, you can help start a movement as long as you're involved in the community. So yeah, man, I'm totally with you on that.
But it's just like the access, you know. I think I'm really grateful for the access. That's kind of my point. Is it's like I don't have to wait. I don't have to like find a way to book a show to talk to fans as an independent musician.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can go. Like that's what I was telling Karthik before we got on here. Like, so yesterday I showed you guys this custom PFP that Humans created for me. I just hung out with these fools all day, dude. They're from all over the world, you know? And it was just so cool, man. And they like the music. They like, you know, they like what we're doing. And it's just cool, man. You know, it's been in my career as an artist, it's been really hard to like build those connections with people. Like creating this stuff is like, that's on another level. Like I feel like that's come very natural, but this connection is very different.
Just because you're just grabbing the community of everybody that wants to create, and they've all not had that kind of opportunity, like you said, to showcase or exhibit their artwork in such a long time. And now you have spaces, you have different people want to listen to it. I think that's the bigger thing, you know, selling the art, whatever, right? But actually like affecting people with the art and allowing people to listen to your story is such a big thing. I think just therapeutically, right? Because you could actually express something like, what are you feeling? And then you're actually able to like disseminate that out to other people who are inspired by that, maybe create art, but also you just feel better about the day and you can go live your life. Because I know a lot of times when you can't explain the art, you like, I've showed it to the same people over and over again. You are like, well, how can I get it out more? And this is just a new way to do that. And I think it's just great for everybody.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna start taking notes in these spaces. It just so I can, everyone I can mention by name. I'm like halfway tempted to go find the Unholy Cow's artist name because he was so tight. But I'll find it after the show and I'll put it in the description for sure.
Yeah, I'll look through it. I know I followed him back, so
yeah.
I
It's just like, dude, so there's this, I did remember this one project, just speaking to that hustle, back to that hustle for a second, and then we will dive into art and artists, I promise. Dude, this guy Versette, he has he's an engineer, producer. Dude, he mixed and mastered 1,000 soundscapes for his collection, dude.
That's real tight.
It took him 8 months. Dude, like he was just telling me he was like in the room with it was like Lit and me and a couple other people and Lit Creations. We've talked about him in some previous shows. And like he's like, once he said that, I was like, hold up. You mastered 1,000 soundscapes, bro? 1,000? I was like, all right. I immediately got in his Discord, followed him. I'm like, I want in, dude. Whatever, you know. And I mean, he has a really dope. It's like a cassette tape that kind of spins around. They have plans for the metaverse. I mean, everything he's doing is real tight. He's just like, I'm a musician, bro. Like, I was like, all right, dude, you're talking my language. You're talking my language. I can't believe you mixed 1,000 fucking tracks, bro. Okay. Well, let's dive in, should we?
Yeah. Do you want to start off with articles, or you want me to start off?
I'll kick it off. Okay. Let me do this whole.
I guess you want to talk about rarity first?
Yeah, I thought we could do. Yeah. Well, yeah. So today I think we'll start with some of the kind of high level overview of what's popping in the NFT space. So at least once a week we want to do this, you know, jump into rarity, find some stats on what's happening overall, just so that we can all be on the same page. But we'll go through it pretty quick. So it looks like they're featuring a couple of their newer collections here. Honestly, I love seeing these. I've been seeing a lot of women projects. I know the theme is this month, you know, like I try to celebrate all the women in my life every day, but regardless of the month. But I love that there's getting some spotlight there. And I think we kind of selected some artists. So if you want to check out any of the artists you see on the screen, go to Rarity Tools. It looks like they're on and there's a link in the description below for that. But I did notice some changes in our top collections. I saw Murakami jumping up. I think he was like maybe 6 last week. He's number 2. I mean, the apes are just still dominating the top 5. V-Friends jumped up into the top 5. They weren't even in the top 10. But yeah, I love to see World of Women consistently staying up there. Also, again, shout out to all the ladies we love.
Yeah, that seems to be like the most notable, actually, like women pulled together project right now.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of also celebrity investors and, yeah. And then, and volume though, CryptoPunks. There's this part of it that I love, just about the whole CryptoPunk thing. There is a punk rock vibe. I have not had a chance to really participate in their community, at least not as much as the apes, but I want to check that out.
Kind of say how cool you could say it's a punk vibe, because, you know, from like a music perspective, when you listen to punk, you know, it's kind of like raw, recorded real raw with dark hits and hard hits and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. And, so when you look at like the CryptoPunks, I guess they're kind of bringing it back to like raw. What is that, like 8-bit, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, I love the 8-bit. Like, I know I've been talking about it some this week, but I am going to drop this collection today, and it does feature 8-bit. I just love it. But yeah, this is just a quick overview of everything. Just, you know, there's some really awesome communities in here, and I mean, a lot of the floor prices are pretty high on these top 20 if you're just getting into NFTs, but still really cool.
Yeah, so for some of y'all, like, well, how does, like, where does this community live? A lot of it, the whole Twitter spaces every once in a while, and they'll have Discords, but I've kind of seen like the entry level understanding, you know, what it is. People jump into Twitter spaces when they're holding them. So some of these you can look at their Twitter, they normally have followers, and that's how you can kind of engage with those communities, vet them out a little bit more.
Yeah, honestly, I remember seeing a lot of stuff on TikTok too. Not necessarily from these communities, but these are always the stuff that's going to be featured, because, I mean, look at what they're trading. Their all-time volume is like hundreds of millions of dollars, right?
I mean, 855 ETH.
855,000 ETH. ETH is 3K pop. Yeah, you can do the math on that. Yeah. But, okay. Well, Karthik, do you want to jump into this article?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about, actually, so the trading in NFT spiked 21,000% to more than 17 billion in 2021. So basically, it was just like, this was a big year, I guess, where a lot of people had eyes on NFTs. They rose in this value because there was a collection from Beeple people crap that this guy Medicoven bought for about 70 million, and I think that set off like a spike to this 21,000% level. Now we're still in like a small asset class if you look at it that way, so there's still room to rise, but I think this is just an outlier of it becoming so big this year. I would like to see how it kind of grows, you know, especially when a bear market happens. A lot of people say when a bear market happens, that's when like the real projects will stay together and the other ones will like crash out to the floor. That's why you always want to vet out the projects. But you can still see it's a class that's rising, right? And you're going to see a lot of people actually come into it. But yeah, I just kind of want to highlight that on a top level, kind of looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, it's growing. So, you know, and I think we're just going to keep the news portion of the show flowing for you guys so we can get to these artists. You know, I think we see it too, the growth, when you start seeing stuff like YouTube just said they're going to start supporting NFTs. They're kind of vague on what they're going to do, but it is hysterical because Karthik and I literally yesterday were like, is there still a clipping feature in YouTube? And now, like, literally a few hours later, like that evening, 8:30 that night, they're like, oh yeah, we're going to open up creator tools because this is a new way to monetize your videos that YouTube, the Google, if you will, is going to be supporting. So, honestly, I know Karthik and I are really excited. We love YouTube.
Yeah.
That's why we're here right now. And we love what YouTube does and the potential. And the more they get involved in Web3, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, so many people watch YouTube. I always tell people, even when I went to India and rural areas, they still knew what YouTube was. So as a musician, it was just always like, how do you distribute your music out there? You always obviously want to YouTube, even if you know you're going to a rural area. What that means. But yeah, I'm glad they're incorporating NFTs.
Do you know Google will pay you to learn and you just like go and watch YouTube videos?
I didn't know that. I know I've seen studies or surveys that reach out to do that.
I can't remember the link, but if I'll try to find it for a future video, or if I can find it, I'll put it in the description. Cool. Let's keep going.
All right, cool. You want to, yeah, so this is another article about, so John Terry's NFT collection plunges. So I think this guy is a Premier League player, so soccer, football players, they know it in the European nation. But yeah, so John Terry's collection of NFTs plummeted in value by 90% over the past month. They were going at $656 at Mint, which was in February, and they dropped to $65. They're called the Ape Kids Football Club. More of this is just kind of like, well, one, you're going to see it kind of volatile because in the end, a lot of these, this is best to be explained as an example, right? So if you're launching something, you actually kind of want to have somewhat of a roadmap of like, hey, what are the steps I could take next to kind of get my fan club involved? And if not, you're just going to be susceptible like to the volatility of not only this NFT market, but the volatility of like the crypto market. If it's on Ethereum, you know, I think this is on Ethereum in that case, you're going to be subject to all that.
Dude, John Terry rugged fools. That's messed up.
Hey, that's why it's like you want to vet the project out and really support the artist, and the artist like understands like, hey, I want to create a better fan experience, right? Like if you're not concentrated on like how do I create a better fan experience, this is the ramifications of what occurs, right? Which then can deteriorate your brand or like what you're trying to do. You're always trying to be as true and honest to your friends. I know for me, when I sell all my stuff, I'm always like, I always want to set a collection at like $5, you know, less than $10, right? Because it's like, I still want to be able to give something to the fans that are just like, you're growing with me rather than setting it at this high price and something like this happens.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, we're not giving any financial advice here. We're just two artists chilling. But you definitely want to, like Karthik said, check out what you're investing in. Like, just because your favorite person is doing something cool doesn't mean that you should just jump in, you know? And because a lot of those, like we were talking about earlier just a moment ago, a lot of these bigger collections, they're supported by these massive communities that are like deciding what's like they understand crypto, you know, they understand NFTs. Like, you know, they get together and say nobody sell at this price so that everybody's investment can stay strong, you know? And like they're strategic, you know, the bigger collections. And then like these sorts of people, like the artists, I believe you still want to see some similar stuff. You still want to see how do they have their community organized? Do they understand crypto and NFTs? You know, are they doxxed? Like, are they saying who they are? Or are they just hiding behind their crypto? You know, like those are things I'm interested in personally, you know?
That's big in the community now. I've noticed in Twitter space, like, are your owners, founders doxxed? It just means, you know, do you know who they are? Is there information about why you're even being involved in that community? Because a lot of people leave behind avatars, so you're seeing a transition to that, right? Where they want to know who the project is and what they're trying to do.
Yeah, and like honestly, I think that's one of the coolest opportunities. And I know we were kind of preaching about it when we first got on, but I do think that's one of the coolest opportunities in cryptocurrency right now, is that you can invest in, at minimum, you can invest in like the creators that you believe in, you know, and you can think of it like that. So, you know, like, I think that's probably what happened here in John Terry's, you know, situation, just by skimming over this article. Like, his fans were investing in him because they believed in him, you know, and then after they invested, they were like, wait a minute, I wanted this to be an investment of like where it would grow, but really you were just investing in somebody you really liked, you know. And and who knows what happens if you,
who knows,
stuff,
right? Yeah,
you know?
straight up.
And so it's like, you just have to, like, if you invested in John Terry, believe in John Terry, give him a chance, you know. But I have no clue what's happening here, but that's just the way I feel about most artists.
Yeah, it's just an example.
Yeah.
Example. We just try to show everything.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about some artists, Karthik. I'm gonna let you talk about some people you.
Yeah, I was thinking about talking. Do you want to talk about Forbidden? I guess.
Yeah, we got Forbidden up.
Yeah.
And then
for Devin. I think it's for Devin.
For Devin.
Yeah, Evan.
Oh,
Evan.
okay. For Devin.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought this art was just tight. I like it. I like it because it showcases a lot of black empowerment, right? It shows the beauty of just being who you are and loving that. I think that's what it represents to me when I look at it.
Is he from Nigeria? Is that a Nigerian flag?
I gotta look that up. Yeah.
I thought I saw one in his bio. I don't know.
There's a flag. Yeah, it's a green and white flag. I gotta look it up.
I thought that was Nigeria. I could be wrong.
You visited Africa, right?
Yeah, we went to Kenya.
Oh, yeah. So I've not been able to visit there yet. Would love to one day.
I know.
But yeah,
my homies lives in her family is in Uganda right now. She's like, "Come be with us." I'm like, "Yes, please, take me back."
But yeah, the piece I really liked is if you go down a little bit, they have like almost like a priest to monk, and yeah, see that down there, right? I just thought that was cool because a lot of times in India, you'll see a lot of monks kind of look similar type of clothing and patterns in what they're wearing and stuff. So just thought it was cool to show how common cultures are, you know, despite how much they try to say we're all different. And something like this just spoke to me really because it comes from that kind of ancient tribal kind of view of life.
I wanted to see if that was an NFT. It just looks like it's one of his things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It does. We all come from the same. So.
Right. Yeah. So I like that, and I just like the colors, like the representation. Pretty cool artist. Go follow him, check him out, support.
Yeah, and then OpenSea. All the links below that we're showing here are down below. Sorry. Yeah, and it's pretty affordable here. 0.3, 0.4.
Yeah.
Well, four-eyed Evan. I think that's. If you ever need music, holla. Your artwork is real tight. If you want to put some music on it, hit us up. This is awesome, Karthik. Thanks for finding this. Thanks for sharing it with us.
Yeah,
oh wait, here's a little like video of the same thing. Let's see. Maybe this has some sound on it. Okay. How he did it.
Yeah, I thought this was great, actually.
So he hand draws. That's real tight. Four-Eyed Evan. Check him out. Karthik, you want to talk about
Rafa Grassetti, I think is how you say his name. But yeah, he's the art director for Sony God of War, so I'm a big God of War fan. I don't think I played the most recent ones, but I played all the previous ones. But I think his artwork's dope. You see a lot of face-based ones I'm seeing up here, upper body, but he has different characters. Like he has M. Bison, Pepe the Frog, Silver Surfer, God of War. There's a Bruce Lee one in here. It's just dope art.
I love these soundscapes. I really want to get it making more soundscapes. Was there any that you wanted to look at particularly? I just picked.
No, I was just scrolling through, just real tight character builds, 3D character builds, basically.
That's so tight, dude.
Yeah,
that's so tight. The frog with the scotch. Yes, sir. Let's hang out. I did pull up his website so we could check it out. It looks like if you're interested, he's on. You can get Core. I know I saw Sotheby's on here.
He seems like a pretty
Christie's,
well-known,
very well-known artist. But everyone has a place here on Art Talk Live. So, but man, this stuff is just inspiring too, dude. Look at that cube in the head. Dang. Okay. I'll stop. Well, again, thanks so much for finding Raph and bringing him into our world.
Show.
I was going to take a second. Let me get the music back on. Not to mention it's my favorite one of my favorite Karthik tracks, titled Time Traveler. And I was going to buy the NFT, but somebody scooped it up right from under me. Karthik's like, hits me up like, oh yeah, by the way, someone just bought that NFT. I'm like, motherfucker.
Someone bought it and they flipped it for $80.
Oh, damn, dude.
So it's not $80 went down.
Who knows? Maybe I'll still buy it. You never know.
Right, yeah.
You never know.
True.
Okay, I wanted to talk about Lex Verse on Twitter. We met her because it feels like a year ago, but whenever it was that we hosted our very first space, she came in and blessed us with a poem and just like kept it real with us. And since I've been following her, and we haven't like come across in a space where we could like actually catch up until last night. She was doing an AMA for her new piece with Briro Art, who I'm just gonna talk about both of them today. They really inspired me. They continued to inspire me. This is their collaboration piece. Well, actually, I can probably just pull it up in their OpenSea, but that looks pretty cool, that size, actually. Yeah, so this is their collab piece together. I know Lex is based in New York. Just awesome. Like, she's a great photographer. She's out here hustling. We see her all over the place in these spaces all the time. And she's a photographer and a poet. I believe that all of her photos come with poems, including this collaboration. She wouldn't tell us what it was about. All she said is that it brought emotion to the photo. I wanted to leave it on this screen. I wanted to give you guys the experience that I had last night, and Karthik, because I didn't tell Karthik about any of this ahead of the show. Because this was a photo, I think it's a really awesome photo and a great subject. To me, it was like the symmetry stuck out to me, just like it seems like perfect symmetry. So it's like, it's a very calming photo. It's called The Calmness of Me. Sorry, I was blocking that with our little heads here. The symmetry got me, but You can see that Lex has a whole bunch of stuff out, some other really cool photos, including some self-portraits and some pictures of other people. I love her pricing. I think it's spot on. People can get involved if they're not, if they're just getting started collecting, all the way up to like stuff for more serious collectors. And so I just thought this was interesting because Briro posted like a side-by-side of the original picture and her collaboration, like what she did in the collaboration. And I just think it's really cool because this is a very beautiful subject. We talked about this a lot in a space yesterday. Again, like her symmetry is amazing. Like she just seems chill as fuck, honestly. And it made a lot of sense why the photo here like kind of spoke to me, because like when I see this, I see more than just like a pretty face. I know that there's more than that. And like you can see her birthmark, and I don't know, I just think it's really cool. I'm just gonna keep going, and then Karthik, I want you to give us some thoughts because I know you're also creative. And so
yeah, I like it. A lot of I like the color and the fashion in the actual.
Yeah.
That one, I like. Yeah. It's just it's reminiscent. A lot of times in the East, you have a lot of different colors like that collaged together. So whenever I see someone wearing that, I'm just like, that's pretty dope. And then you have the contrast of the left and the right. You see the top is blue, the left is like lighter blue. It looks like kind of fall kind of type of scenery with are those mushrooms or
yeah, right, like
something like that, right? Yeah.
Well, okay, so they said it reminds them of jellyfish. I think that
okay, that was the other thing. Yeah,
those like old school decorative lights, okay,
like
the paper lights,
yeah. Okay, all right, cool. But yeah, that's what I liked about it. I was like fashion, so whenever I see aspects of fashion being incorporated, especially in art, because fashion is art, it always sticks out to me.
Yeah, I agree. Quick shout out to Mofos and Get Good Carmo, Kara, for coming and hanging out with us today and getting in the live chat. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're here just hanging and you haven't done that already. Okay, cool. Last artist, and then we're gonna jump up out of y'all and wish you a good day. But so actually, not really the last artist because it was a collab. This is Briro, who collabed on that. She is. Okay. I mean, she's just awesome. Like, she was preaching the good word. She was like, just getting in it, like not allowing artists to like accept mediocrity. To the point where like I was just chilling in the room working on NFTs, thinking like, oh, I'll just learn about this project from Lex, who I had met and really respected. And then like they got me so fired up. I was like, I gotta get in here. Fuck the NFTs. Like, I'm gonna jump in and preach the good word too. So anyways, they really fired me up, which is why I wanted to talk about them. But she's on Foundation and All About That Life. And I just really love what she's got going on. This was the one that really caught my eye yesterday, so I'm gonna jump in there. The floor is 75 ETH, or the reserve price.
Ballin'.
It's just tight. It's just a really cool picture.
It's cool.
I mean, the editing, what it means, it just really speaks to me. I really like it a lot. I should show more than just one though, because she has so much stuff up here. I mean, she's just photographing some really beautiful black women too, and I love that. I like her a lot. I like it. 10 ETH, Miss Metamelanin. Yeah, I really like what she's doing, and she's out there hustling. She's sharing her experience with people in spaces as a photographer. I'd like to find myself in different. That's another thing that I really like about this NFT space. Is like, I can like be chilling in music stuff. I can go like talk to photographers in their space, just digital artists in their space, like kind of tech and digital artists in their space, like, and just find myself in places with different types of creators, you know?
Yeah, you're always learning in all those spaces because everybody's going to come in with their own aspect. Especially if you're super into the arts, you just get to hear a lot of cool stories of like the aspect they're coming into, how they're creating the art. And like you said, then you meet some engineers that could teach you a little bit more about what's going on, give you projects that maybe could help you in your project, you know, like aspects of that you might not have researched because you're so into the art, right? Vice versa, you're so into the programming and all that. You hear new artists, which is why they're probably getting all stoked about that because they get to work with all these artists now.
Yeah, and you can experience life from different perspectives, you know, and that was really
right. Yeah.
That was a gem. I think I'm gonna leave on that gem. Go experience life from different perspectives today. There's a mantra for you. I was gonna share Kara's mantra also because she's here in the crowd with us. So also, you are enough. Like, you're enough. You're doing enough. You know, just tell yourself that and try to experience life from a different perspective today. Get creative. You know? I know I am. I can't wait to drop this NFT collection today and show the world, dude. All right, peace out, y'all. Karthik, you wanna talk us out, or?
That was a pretty good outro right there, but I'll just add on to that is like, we enjoyed the time, enjoyed everything. Come hit us up on all socials. Come back here tomorrow, and good to hear from y'all and see y'all again.
All right, I had to change it from Rain Down to a different song for our outro here. So this is Logical Opus. This is Logical Opus. This is a DJ Fetus song I just released. We come in every day to 4D, Karthik's track, and we try to feature as many of our friends. So if you did hear music today and you liked it, shoot us a DM. We'll tell you who it was if it wasn't one of us. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, and have a great day.